He's low.
ब्यूटीफुल वे मजा आ गया एकदम क्लास वाला क्लच था भाई एकदम क्लास वाला क्लच अबे आई8 से 10 फिनिशेस लुक हु इज मेकिंग अ कमबैक
Quick succession, but Conklin
आई8 आएगा फाइट लेने 100% आ गया
ASI committing to this. They're lost to make the tables and against the move on in and phase.
Falcons will push. Last man standing.
Torres goes down though to Stoics on a step up spray down. Redox.
पूरे इंजर्स के दो बंदे नॉक. Last man standing Rauf.
And Nick the Galaxy could fall down here. Give
Injects last man standing Rauf.
Quite a way ahead already.
FAZE push कर रहा है.
Is what can Nick the Galaxy do to stop this one? Because FAZE will bear down upon them.
Injects बाहर.
Fury at the DPS and the back.
Injects बाहर.
Nick the Galaxy out and IWN
170. Bro, Falcon के पास पूरा मौका है.
17
Chicken.
points, so
बस
chicken
chicken
dinner and 14 elims on the game.
They need a chicken dinner बस. तो हेलो एवरीवन, आज का वीडियो काफी डेंजर होने वाला है क्योंकि आज ग्रुप रेड का पीएमजीसी में आखिरी दिन. आज के 6 मैचेस के बाद जो भी टीम्स बॉटम 5 पे रहेंगे वो जाएंगे सीधा घर एंड जो भी टीम्स टॉप 3 पे रहेंगे वो जाएंगे सीधा ग्रैंड फाइनल्स में एंड बाकी सारे टीम्स जाने वाले हैं सर्वाइवल स्टेज में. डे 3 के बाद ओवरऑल स्टैंडिंग्स आप स्क्रीन पे देख सकते हो. व्हाट एन इनक्रेडिबल कमबैक फ्रॉम टीजेबी फ्रॉम #16 to #1 फॉलोड बाय नावी एनआरएक्स. एक बार पॉइंट्स टेबल देखो यार, 127 126 125 125 भाई एनीथिंग कैन हैपन. आज एकदम नेल बाइटिंग होने वाला है, बहुत स्वेट होने वाला है आज एंड एट द सेम टाइम बहुत एक्साइटिंग होने वाला है फॉर व्हिच आई होप यू गाइस आर रेडी. बॉटम 5 टीम्स भी आप देख सकते हो बहुत क्लोज चल रहा है. लिटिल मिस्टेक एंड ऊपर वाले टीम्स नीचे आएंगे, नीचे वाले टीम्स ऊपर जाएंगे. द कंपटीशन इज रियल इन दिस ग्रुप. मे द बेस्ट टीम्स क्वालिफाई. अपना वीडियो में आगे बढ़ने से पहले नीचे एक लाइक वाला बटन होगा, उसको फटाफट कर देना. लेट्स एम फॉर 10k लाइक्स. लेट्स मेक इट हैपन गाइस. इंटरनेशनल ऑडियंस बहुत कम देखते हैं बट ट्रस्ट मी गाइस, दिस इज अ वंस इन अ ईयर टूर्नामेंट, तो प्यार दिखाना मत भूलना एंड उसी के साथ सब्सक्राइब कर दो यार. वी आर वेरी क्लोज टू 1 मिलियन सब्सक्राइबर्स. मेक इट हैपन गाइस. पूछ के थक गया. मेक इट हैपन. लेट्स गो. एंड विद दैट बीइंग सेड, नाउ लेट्स गेट started. The 16 teams are going to put on a show today. IC ने नॉक कर दिया मेला को. FAZE versus FALCONS. Very early fight.
They still need to.
Dabba IC. नहीं, IC is being very cautious. इसको sound आ गया और एक player का.
Something that you want to be taking too many risks with around that third place as well.
Norman भी आ गया. IC needs backup.
Falcons, IC trying to take on the.
क्या मारा माँ कसम, क्या मारा, मजा आ गया.
On the engagement, dude.
IC is owning FAZE so far.
Is this a 1v4?
अरे यार ये थोड़ा हो गया ज़्यादा. Backup. आ गया backup.
Coming through right now for FAZE. It's 2 players coming through for Falcons, and they better get these reses on quick.
Nice one. Last man standing.
Not going for the res, but there's the first knock. The second player from Falcons.
Last man standing here.
Now does manage to tag the back line. Onzin's around the rock. Can they finally take the Falcons out of this? Or are FAZE going to lose it all here? Around the side, the Falcons lose a third player.
East is the last man standing for Falcons and वो बहुत दूर है.
Where's East? Where is East?
वो बहुत दूर है.
What's he doing?
Up is down.
Zenexus ने 1v3 कर दिया Falcons को. They took a risk कि चलो 3 मैन जाके फाइट लेंगे. If it works, it works. If it does not, at least we have 1 player behind जो बूट कैंप पे सर्वाइवल खेल लेगा.
2 players down already, a third to go as well.
Wow.
Voisil under the stanchions. This puncher needs to reload on.
Aerobots बोल रहा हूँ मैं. Alteri को बाहर. Navi 5 finishes. Great start for Navi as well. 140 now Navi. भाई साहब क्या मारा बे Zenexus ने.
Have to leave from that northwest island scene as it has been multiple
Dabba
times.
East.
Ended up over towards.
डब्बा ओए डब्बा डाल नहीं पाया. डब्बा भी डाल नहीं पाया. Falcon 0 pointer.
Not a single.
Horrible start. Horrible start.
What a bad start for them.
कुछ नहीं कर सकते भाई.
Bad timing.
कुछ नहीं कर सकते.
Handouts though for
They
the
have-
lower squads.
They have tried their best. Things did not work out. सिंपल सी बात है. भाई एरिना में स्ट्रीम कौन करता है? एरिना में स्ट्रीम नहीं है बे. जो स्ट्रीम हम देख रहे हैं ना, दैट स्ट्रीम ही वाज वाचिंग apparently.
With a test. Nade over towards IC, but it's on the wrong.
भाई मैच के बीच में नहीं यूज किया है.
पता
पता नहीं क्या है क्या नहीं. सच तो सिर्फ उसी को पता है एंड जिसने रिपोर्ट किया है उसको पता है, जो है एनआरएक्स.
Tixi trying to crawl forwards, but I think Nick the Galaxy
भाई साहब वर्टेस मार खाने वाले हैं.
Move up to the compounds, but it looks like Redox has other ideas. Goes for the spray and the flush over onto Tixi.
Has it been proven that he was using during game?
with the blue zone unresable almost, well, right now, blank.
Full facts
it's
पता
not
नहीं
gonna
किसी
be
को.
possible. What a shift for Na'Vi and TJB.
जो
on the
complain
top
किया
corner.
है NRX का player, he's claiming that yeah during the match use किया है, to which the reply from FALCONS मेरे teammates सारे मर गए, उसके बाद ही मैंने use किया.
I think they have to go for this push here, considering they'll be rotating.
In reality, use करना ही नहीं चाहिए.
Virtus Pro, so they don't have too much of a choice other than to go for the fight. And 4
Falak
elims,
knock,
that'll
Falak
be
finish.
pretty decent for you. That knocks IWRX out of 3rd place and pushes Enigma Galaxy back up.
भाई बहुत boom bam हो रहा है आज.
The first time in a couple
बहुत
of days.
boom bam हो रहा है आज.
ASI8 coming up against
कितने teams हो गए बाहर?
who are struggling
1 2 3
versus the
4.
onslaught. This is a backstab that came through. 2 players now for ASI8 though, and it's a question of whether they can finish this fight off between UZM and Noki.
Nade up high,
I'll tell you what kind of advantage they would have got. Map stream छोड़ो, map stream की बात नहीं है.
Back his way in the Molotov there.
अगर तुम स्ट्रीम देख रहे हो तो तुम्हें पता चलेगा कौन सा टीम्स कौन सा जो इस लेवल पे है ना 8 के प्लेयर्स जो इस लेवल पे है ना तो उनको समझ में आएगा टीम्स कहाँ है, कहाँ से रोटेट कर सकता है, समझ रहे हो, वो नॉलेज आएगा. बट अगर टीममेट्स मरने के बाद देख रहा है तो भाई ठीक है, बट स्टिल यू शुड नॉट बी डूइंग इट.
Yeah, he's dead.
I8 का आखिरी बंदा है.
ASI8 may draw short here with only the one elim.
All out, and with that,
मेरे बहुत गलत दिख रहा है जो भी दिख रहा है.
into 12th place, who is now out of safety.
बच गया ज़ीवुल. ओए क्या मारा माई रिफ्लेक्स. Beautiful reflex में ज़ीवुल.
Doing a brilliant opener there to turn the corner with the DBS. Frozen tucks back in, stays safe. One player left for them to handle.
गिट्सोराय का आखिरी बंदा है.
Over towards Frozen, sees him break wide, puts the nade back in. Not likely to be able to get these reses either, as both of the IWNRX players are on the hump now. And Porsche spotted.
Beautiful connection. 4 finishes, 2 man strong.
Blow is struck.
NRX is not giving up yet. Team Queso बाहर by NGX. पूरा zone TJB के पास. TNBA के पास भी अच्छा पोजीशन है.
From IWNRX.
7 teams बचे. Navi, NGX, NRX, TNBA, INS, Vengeance, and TJB. Beautiful nade.
What's happened inside this lobby for them?
मार रहा है भाई, TJB मार रहा है. 3 finishes, Navi 5 finishes, NGX 9 finishes.
Tongji Bao finds a shot over towards Navi, cutting them down to 3 now, as Tongji Bao looks more and more likely just to take.
Confirmed on towards. I mean, IWNRX getting into top 6 here with 4 elims. They're probably thinking, oh, you know what? This is a pretty decent game. And then they're going to see Enigma Galaxy struggling.
Zone के अंदर नहीं है बे NGX. 5 सेकंड में जोन आने वाला है.
They're up to 3 eliminations now.
Pinned है वो.
Enigma Galaxy. It might be easier for Zedwolf actually to make this one work.
NGX is pinned by TJB.
It is a 1v2 that you'd have to be in versus Longs as well as Flower, but 2 dangerous players to come up against. Ralph has to make
एक गोली का nice.
The blue is pushing them like nothing else, and Flower just has some nasty angles.
और एक आ रहा है, ये भी जाएगा. ले.
IWNRX now
NGX बाहर.
equally in a really tough spot over towards that eastern side.
6 finishes, 4 man strong. TJB.
Trying to make that push up.
TNBA भी बाहर.
It's just so tricky.
Why looks like it should be an easy chicken dinner for TJB, bro.
Vengeance as well.
Looks like this should be an easy chicken dinner for TJB.
From that 12th place bubble, they do not want
SSS knock.
the chump holding a ticket at the end
3v2v2 situation
of this match. That's on the back of their minds, got to be a constant worry. But TJB now 7 elims, starting to pull the
SSS
points in
finish
towards their tallies.
What a consistency, yeah, TJB. What a consistency.
Because they got knocked down to size very early.
Last man standing for Vengeance.
Aerial to get more points. Second place is quite crucial for Vengeance here, as TPC does move up with a nade.
Yamak zone se gaya.
Yamak is down to the play zone. Ideally a second place here for
nice.
Vengeance,
1676.
just as desperate to grab it.
DBS did 676. This is the first time I saw 676 choke with his pump shotgun.
Normally with that pump action, he's dead on the money, but this time around, Fash
2v1v1,
and it's going to mean that Vengeance have a little bit longer to try and crawl in, to try and survive against TJB, who are now on 2. So this is dangerous. There is still 1v2 potential from any player in this lobby at this stage. Fash crawling forwards. TPZ has the high ground now against TJB, but I think Flower should be able to spot this or hear this, know something's going on the north side. Fash spotted. No, Longs is just pre-firing into the smoke. Fash is looking healthier than the player up the top, and that's actually Vengeance.
Let's go, babe. I think with this, TJB is qualified for the grand finals with this match.
Yeah, it's a
dominating lead लेके बैठा है TJB.
honestly,
Congrats TJB, the first team to qualify for the grand finals in Group Red. That too in style.
So many eliminations despite
Hashtag 16 पे था भाई ये bottom पे day 1 के बाद. क्या comeback किया भाई, क्या comeback.
And there is a lot of circle blessing going on there.
PL में भी similar था इनका. Hashtag 9 से hashtag 1.
Majority of the circle.
बिल्कुल अच्छा नहीं.
Small field with the ridge sides on the roads to play around with. You can see that ASI already finding the shots over towards 6, knocking him out the vehicle as they attempted to get up.
So ideally when you're playing the game, your posture has to be like backbone straight रहना चाहिए.
Gonna move all the way up into the thick of it. Falcons taking a lot of damage from Tianba. There's the spray down onto Action, sorry. There's the nade over the top from QZ to just.
I don't like Falcons' position.
From the south side, the crunch is on. This is just a one-player flex out from Tianba. Enigma Galaxy really sit in front of the Falcons. That is their major hurdle, but it's just so hard when you've got a pest over the ridgeline just launching.
Spike by थोड़ा volume बढ़ाओ.
Time and time again.
Game का और कितना बढ़ाओ?
But gets that healing
और बढ़ाऊंगा तो ज़्यादा हो जाएगा.
Just have to slow things down. The question I have though is where does Tianba go? Because of the circle shifting off of Everest, they do have to.
ये जगह इसलिए मेरे को पसंद नहीं है क्योंकि भाई बहुत predictable जगह है. Nades आएंगे, easy आएंगे.
Heading towards the east here though is that you're locked into trying to play around where ASI8 is playing, and then any ground towards the north side of ASI8, it's somewhat no man's land. You need a clean fight versus ASI8 to make this happen. That means 4 players.
उतार दिया IC को
Tiamba's got to be pretty careful here. They do find IC as he tries to wrap through.
अरे भाई क्यों कवर छोड़ दिया ये?
Tiamba are doing well, but unfortunately, finally an opening is found, and XC has to hit the deck as well. Has to get some healing done. On their flank, Falcons are pushing in. The Galaxy
and East are the last men standing for Falcons.
Before it looks like they're going to repeat that action, moving up into the fight, trying to pick
Action भी गया. East is the last man standing.
Qualification position. Shan.
ओए शान को भी उतार दिया.
The players on the ridge
NGX का Rauf
falling to it, but there's the off angle coming on through.
Yeah, Falcons बाहर.
The Galaxy who really want to pick these points up where they can. The shutdown onto the Falcons, their bid for the top 3 once
Another
again
bad
here in our first
match for Falcons.
For the Galaxy, well, less mad, more calm, calculated, but Team
Falcons
Queso are here to play as well. Let's see if these individual
there.
mistakes can be patched up. An immediate opener, and that's great to start things off. 14 Queso, but there's a little bit of danger left in the wings. Where did that
Navi
come
bahar.
from? The backline pressure, and
that gives opportunity for NGX and NRX.
A hop out the back, and Fash does get knocked, but he can start the crawl on through. Enigma Galaxy looking to rampage on the compound.
And also I
holds down that angle. Redlick at the backline, launching nade after nade. Can they get Fash back up? Incilio holding well against a double crash.
Yeah, Incilio, I don't know how they've kind of got away with this, but they certainly have, so well done to them. But obviously, this is not an easy position to be in for Incilio. The fact they've been able to battle back is very important for their point scoring.
Low Sensi, आप बोल रहे
he's still going at it though. One player down the back lines, Westron and Fash will regroup alongside with Redlick. There's tons of nades pouring out over on this high ground at the moment.
110 and
going to fend off FaZe, but one goes down. Rogue is traded. An immediate flush comes through, and FaZe
for 3x,
IHC
4x
up to the wall.
Good Molotov will finish off 676 in that front line. But yeah, there's tons of off angles all over the place. Nasty lineup from that northeast edge.
How did you go from playing
versus Furia though, and it's Zunder trying to hold off on the inside. Silence, crouched on the outer edge, just force remaining. Good cleanup, and that's Furia with 7 elims on the game.
And जब खेल रहा था सारे records set कर दिया मैंने.
On our angle.
But you have to be very disciplined.
I mean, it is Alter Ego and Verspro going up against right now. Malloy gets a rundown on towards Flower. IQ's in the process. Triple S is on towards Dixie.
But don't expect results overnight. Don't expect results over a week.
Looking to clean up the pieces afterwards, but in comes Furia.
महीने लग जाएंगे, साल भी लग जाएगा.
IHG over towards Nick Galaxy. What is happening? It is all systems go for every single team here as they attempt to transform this game into something that keeps their tournament alive.
I know compy players
starting to flex out from the
play at 180 bro, red dot.
Full baseline of fire to cut teams out trying to move from the top of the hill. FaZe lose Mella on the high ground, still Furia close by. They've lost one, but they still have a little bit more power left in the bank. Unfortunately though,
TJB का last man standing है.
Sails being clipped
FAZE,
there.
4 finishes, 3 man strong.
Time moving Koyovsky off. Still
I8 is the only team जो मेरे को दिख रहा है top 7 में 4 man.
To make this one work, the placement points will start to kick in a little
जो
bit.
इस match को convert कर सकता है.
Accelerating away from them though, and the goalposts will continue to move. ASI8 isolated on this south side. Blank, they might have a good chance here. Triple S goes down to it.
By 400 is okay, but you need self-belief. Don't copy other sense or controls. Yeah, I'm completely against copying other senses.
Most likely going to be going down here as well. The difficulty
I8 का dinner
is,
incoming
though, for
voice.
teams on the hillside, you can't take free open picks.
I8
Right?
has to convert this match. They have
step
to.
up and go for shots because there's teams out
Opportunity
to your
है
west
उनके पास
side.
convert
Your
करने
FAZE
की.
who are going to be looking
Falak
over
no.
at you. Luckily, they managed to find Falak, and that now flank has
हो
been
जाएगा रे.
curtailed
1.5
somewhat.
minute है.
The pressure that they're feeling is lowered. Now Alter Ego needs to make the most of this time, make the most of this opening to get further on in, and you can see they've just crept forwards a little bit to the next drop on their path.
Noki taking shots over towards Alter Ego now with 3 players still up, 4 eliminations. It's not been a horrid game for Alter Ego, but Boysil will get the explode in the vehicle, takes himself down.
Team by still surviving.
I think that is just a case of
XC last man standing. Zone से मरेगा
took a
लगता
bit
है
too
वो.
much damage from the sidelines.
Hi, क्या nades?
Nades,
These nades are nasty.
आ गया nade.
Oh no, but they're
लग
not
गया.
quite bouncing right.
Aldrio के 2
Nearly
बंदे knock.
catching it. Finally going to be able to find that shot. That's 2 players down for Alter Ego, and ASI8 may have just been able to seal those 2 away. Very unlikely that Alva can get back in, get those reses. Just try and play on as a solo. You can't put your head up. You will get taken down.
I8 का dinner लग रहा है boys, like I said. क्या कोई रोक सकता है इस मैच में I8 को?
When they took a knock over on that.
We have FAZE, we have INS.
They picked it up at
I8C का भी 2 बंदे बचे. NGX का भी 2 बंदे बचे.
The lack of availability of that as an option.
This is why they take this lineup and they are just causing problems for all these teams that they know are all in contest with one another on this north.
7 finishes, 4 man strong.
Falak, 7 eliminations found for them. This could be a massive match for ASI8 to get them back into the picture here.
Didn't TT also qualify? TT group green में है.
It's been a very, very well played game here from ASA in terms of the hold on the picture.
अरे
गलत, somewhat interesting.
गलत knock
it's a wild
IQ.
rollout. They do find IQ. Mormon goes down to Noki, but
Falak
potentially
भी फंस गया
Reservoir
zone के
here.
बाहर.
Exploding the vehicle is going to be dangerous. That might be all the FAZE going down. They know they desperately
Nice one,
need to
Noki.
get this vehicle exploded, but the shots coming in from Noki in a very shrouded position. Man's playing an assassination game right now.
Yeah, he's in the circle as well. Onzen's looking for that res. The high ground regroups. Falak moved in to keep people alive, but unfortunately did go down. IQ did get res in the meantime, and the nades can start to come through on this position. A bounce over the top, and Onzen's loses his teammate, but not his life just yet. Another one comes on through, but again, doesn't quite connect. Coming through on the back line, Onzen's gets that heal off. So the shots will ring out as soon as he pokes his head out.
Onzen's just trying to live. I think this is becoming more and more likely to be a win here for ASI8.
आ गया nade.
Silio, Fash,
FAZE बाहर.
Snowick still
Bhai,
all battling
should be an easy chicken
on
for
that
I8.
side. So Nick the Galaxy
Hopefully
do
choke
make
ना
it
कर दे
their
अब.
way through, get a 4th place. I think
What is I8C doing in top 3?
Here.
गलती से आ गया भाई top 3 में.
As ASI8 make
10 finishes
towards the top 3, 10 eliminations.
1 2 3 4 5.
The back line is
Godless
usually
Westron को मारा.
locking it down from the crate.
और 2-3 frags निकाल दी ना.
Over this in Silio.
Great comeback हो जाएगा उनका भी.
IHC, remember as well, they're looking for a top 11 spot to try and close out this game. They've descended from the top of Everest. It looked like they may have been done and dusted, but they're into a top 3 guarantee.
क्या reckless push भाई.
Way to look though. And he has not been lucky on finding.
वो ANS का भी 2 बंदे knock 1v1
behind the building. Needs some healing, but the Blues
I8 kill चोरी कर रहा है. Godless का kill मिल गया.
This position as well, all in the meantime.
Close in कर दिया I8.
He's fair enough to come through. Zilio might have had a chance on this game. ASA8, their control from that south side has been just monstrous though. Fash not likely to be brought back up into action as Westron and Redlick just attempt to try and get themselves back to a position where they can maybe fight this one out. I don't know how the meds are looking for them though. And that is Fash going down.
12 finishes.
3 players still alive, 12 eliminations. A huge chicken dinner available.
I think 15 finishes करने वाला है. I8. Le 13.
A massive opportunity. Zol goes down.
2v3.
That is IHC done. It's now just Incilio, 2 players on the inside.
Oh, a beautiful nade from Westron.
ASI8, but a nade
Beautiful
up
nade.
opens the door for an upset. Incilio can look to move out here, but they're on the inside of the building. They have to leave. They have to step out into
solid
the open.
position.
The blue zone pushes them away, and ASI8 have them on a chokehold. Moving around the edge there, Westron tries to break out lines.
15 finishes. Winner chicken for I8.
And the pride of
Hey, bhai, no phone between legs. No phone between legs.
What a game.
Pure skill.
It looked to be
25 points.
For ASI8, but they
check कर लो, check कर लो. कोई फोन नहीं है. टांगों के बीच में कोई फोन नहीं है, ठीक है. एडमिन डबल चेक कर रहा है. देखो पास में जाके देख रहा है वो. I'm pretty sure वो शॉर्ट्स में खेल रहे हैं. पैंट भी नहीं पहन रहे. कोई फोन नहीं है टांगों के बीच में. Pure skill से मारे वो.
Very well done. It
pure skill से मारे.
It's either I mean only 2 players, that means it's more of a survival spot for Tiamba going forward.
मिडिल के बंदे बहुत स्टूडियस थे मेरे क्लास के.
Tiamba
हमेशा पढ़ाई की डिस्कस करते थे.
To throw us off the scent, let it go down towards the south side, then dragged it back up towards the north. But Vengeance here.
भाई कल भी गेट सो रहा है इधर. वाइप किया था एक टीम को.
Okay, so again,
not yet. अभी भी 4 मैचेस बचे.
In terms of their energy being quite low today, but they need to bring that energy up. And with Vengeance going down, you're right. There is now an opening to be had. And Incilio going against Team Queso, though, as they make this crash, and these crashes, I think there's only one that's worked out for them, and it is versus Alter Ego.
इस टीम का रेड लेग और वेस्ट्रॉन अच्छा फ्रैग कर रहे हैं.
Angle itself.
कैमरामैन दिखा दो वो भी इधर कुछ नहीं चल रहा है.
Nice. Keep themselves alive in this scenario.
Last man standing for Virtus.
Though, taking a lot of damage to Alter Ego. Both these teams desperate to
NRX
find value off the back of this fight. Alter Ego
Alter Ego
down
3
to
man
3 players. Only Malloy left.
खत्म.
He's a strong
Virtus
player
बाहर.
up front and close
Alter Ego 4 finishes, 3 man strong. NRX bye bye. Tata taking fights and zone rotation.
Crossing has to happen now. Na'Vi over to the east side.
मेरे को तो समझ नहीं आया.
Galaxy.
Queso versus TJB.
This is a scramble for the top 3. All 3 of our second, third, and fourth place teams are battling out in Rozhok.
हुआ finish.
Hong Jibao, though, suffering to FaZe on the side. I mean, FaZe is taking another fight all at the same time. That's Team Queso out.
Top knock finish.
Ooh, really bad news for them. In 12th place as well. 94 points gained on the match with Vengeance still above them. But nice nades coming through.
जिस तरीके से हर टूर्नामेंट में टॉप खेलता था, उस तरीके से ईस्ट खेल रहा है इस टूर्नामेंट में.
On the northern
Falcons
side.
Alter Ego go for the
How many of you guys agree?
TJB. Alpha goes down first. It looks like TJB were ready, but a third-party potential from
TJB का पिटाई चल
makes
रहा
this
है.
fight dangerous, even if they conclude it now. One knock sent back, and there's that
कोई
flush
Gitsurai
coming
मजे
through.
लेने आ गया.
Alpha's too far forwards to go for the rescue mission here for Alter Ego, but UK starting to send those nades in towards the top floor. Triple S takes a hit
East
from
knock
that
from
nade,
Mela.
doesn't go down, but that is still very, very dangerous. IHC could move over and third-party this as well. Finally, a shot comes through, and that's exactly what they were looking for. Demo moves in and takes a player of Getzo Roy down. There are 4 teams fighting in this compound.
It's a strong compound as well to play. Really nice sightlines. The 3-story gives you a huge amount of ability going forward.
Beautiful nades,
and the exit does give you those little rich sides to play off the back of. Tongji Bao, though, done a fantastic
TJB
job
and IHC का demo दोनों मिलके Gitsurai को बाहर कर दिया.
But the sidelines are here to play. In the meantime, you can see ASI8
का
taking a
UZM.
tumble. That's versus Enigma Galaxy. In fact, who absolutely annihilated them
IHC
on
बाहर.
the southern side.
We've got Na'Vi as well, trying to make this crossing. Enigma Galaxy want to get back up
NGX.
towards the top spots here.
Na'Vi को बाहर कर दिया.
Taking down ASI8.
5 finishes, 3 man strong.
Out of this one. Obviously, Ralph.
I just noticed FaZe is doing good in this
was
match.
Punished for
6 finishes, 4 man strong.
Angle. Coming through from underneath the bridge, and the nades can start to come in from IHC. Teams moving downhill. I mean, it shows you that those ridges, they feel like they can play. Falcon's position, that's what I was saying. I feel like is one of the strongest right now in the circle. This fight
TJB क्या मारे
longs. Okay, they try and go for it, but TJB so ready.
5
so
finishes,
ready
2 man
for it.
strong.
Up to 5 elims.
By the way, you're the first YouTuber I admired because of your dedication and efforts towards
and they don't break up from 12th place. They remain down towards 12th.
Thank you, Venu.
Vengeance still ahead of them with 98 points here. Tongji Bao now looking to work the problem forward.
2 players alive, 5 elims. They do not want the Galaxy to be able to catch up here. A shot around the side though, when they might not have a choice.
Nice 1v2 from Mormon.
Sets them back a pace or 2
as he
sends around the corner with a DBS. 5 eliminations for FaZe, and they are making a bid for the survival stages
FaZe is
as
looking
well. These breakouts from Incilio, from FaZe on this northeast side, they might do enough here to make themselves safe to the next stage.
Knocked.
Yeah, it definitely feels like there are some teams that came into today with a renewed sense of will, found their mojo. They're looking to push this one further. 8 eliminations now for FaZe, with all 4 players up. A big game potentially in pocket for them.
Nade over towards Tiamba.
Nice knock by Bond.
That threat from the sidelines of Nick Galaxy, and you afford them a lot of freedom here. Dangerous potential to take Tiamba out of the mix.
East is the last man standing. Action finish.
So do Incilio, so the fight therefore has to wage on. East side, the riverbank for Nick Galaxy is still in. IHC hold the ridgeline, and the Falcons position now getting overwhelmed by FaZe from the northeast.
FaZe pushing in now. They did lose a player, but were able to get that back up again.
#6
looks down, finds Bond. That's 2 players.
Not going well,
to put up some more points here. 3 eliminations found for Tiamba and a 6th place position. They are still a little bit ahead. I think it's by 5 points here. So until they get further into this game, I think the guys have just been living on the edge
disrespectful.
But a quick roll down will take down 90. And that's 10 elims now for FaZe.
And क्या ही गंदा ignore मार रहे हम सब मिलके.
On this western side. A team that has been down in the dumps for a long time and now looking to crawl out of squalor, potentially pick up some more points into this game. But it's FaZe who's just rocking the boat here, and everyone's feeling seasick
12 finishes for FaZe. कितना मार खाया वो फिर भी उधर ही as a team stick किए survive किए
zone 9 next, and that's just going to center up over to where Mormon actually cleared out that position earlier. They need to get a couple of knocks. I think the best thing for Enigma Galaxy to do right now is wait for this fight to break out between IHC and FaZe. Then they need to make a quick wrap over towards the eastern side. Now is probably the time to go for it as FaZe pulls the trigger.
Over the top they go. Onzen straight down. The Bison's Yol's down as well. Rogue is there, the last to stand for IHC. There's damage done to Victorious and a lot of damage done to Onzen's. An opening for Nick Galaxy. Unfortunately, with the way that they cross the river, they just don't have vehicles, Blank. They can't.
Oh, Rauf knock from Mela.
IHC are not out just yet.
I think FaZe दोनों teams को मारेगा and record बनाएगा bro. दोनों teams को मारेगा FaZe and record बनाएगा इस match में. They have too good of an advantage.
Elimination game. We'll see if they can convert
14
in the final
finishes.
moments here. Mela tries to light up the sidelines, but Rogue is just slipping through the cracks time and time again. Nick Galaxy, they're down to 2.
This is a lifeline of a game for FaZe. Desperately needing this one to keep themselves alive. An adrenaline shot to the heart for the team
15
here.
finishes for FaZe.
Another goes down, and they are picking up every single elimination they can find. Up to a potential of 25 points on this match.
गया IHC गया दोनों गए कितने finishes
is them down FaZe
कितने finishes
themselves back into the light off the back of one game on
17 तो दिख रहा है मेरे को
what a stand up from FaZe. They were
17 तो दिख रहा है मुझे
playing on the outside, harrying everybody.
Is it more than 17 आए नाचो मां क्या नाचो
Alter and the heart is pumping for FaZe clan.
FaZe 4 finishes 4 man strong. Just imagine FaZe get one more winner chicken dinner.
Unlikely to stretch out for a big third party to their location.
Just imagine बस बता रहा हूँ मैं वो भी आ जाएंगे सीधा top 4 में top 4 में top 5 में wow nice nade
IQ are actually going crazy right now. ASI8 you can
top ने मारा demo को
until they're done. Actually finding 2 extra eliminations as well. Here's IHC
and kill चोरी कर दिया ऐसे smartly.
Currently down to 2 players. Nice nades over the top, keeping them at bay, keeping them cornered inside of the shack. And IHC on 4 elims on the game.
IHC push कर दिया.
TJB looked to stop the first approach. Demo does go down. I thought it might have been to a teammate. It was a step out spray down. IHC moving up now. One of them on a sliver of HP as well. But finally, just down to 1. It's just Flower to contend with. They got
सारे top के knock skill चोरी हो रही
है. This approach.
हो गया फिर वापस skill चोरी.
Out of there completely.
Godless भी गया. Flower Edge भी गया. कैसे गया Flower Edge?
Down. But so's Flower.
अबे Godless कहाँ से मारा अबे Godless? I think shack का जो gap होता है ना Windows उस Windows के through DBS चिपकाया उसने.
The fact that he's able to jump up just
as window
the vehicle explodes and gets
DBS.
the DBS shot through the window is somewhat remarkable there for the boys over on IHC who go out with 6 eliminations.
I8 बाहर.
Blank, the point scoring capability of the top
TJB
four
बाहर.
is severely
NGX.
diminished now.
NRX.
ASI8 finally
Falcons
going down.
FAZE.
They get 5 eliminations. It's a decent result given
क्या
what
होने वाला है भाई
situation
next
they
दो
were in.
matches में.
Getting those 5 elims is
final days.
Top is sad now.
Yeah, I mean,
Top
for
is not
phase
sad
4
now.
eliminations, like you said, point scoring potential.
ज्योति आया अपना mod एकदम dead mod एकदम बिल्कुल आता ही नहीं
able to
है.
get 5 eliminations, so honestly, big thumbs up to them. The fact they were able to make that happen, despite the shaky start that they had, which sits them a little
ये
bit
कौन सा गन से
further
उतार दिया
ahead in
इसने?
RB. IWNRX though is the team that I am
बाप रे
focusing over
बाप.
towards.
Z-Wolf is
They've
back
had
on
a
track.
good game
4
so
solo
far,
finishes.
8 teams remaining, 22 players.
Enigma Galaxy, they have Team Queso to their south side. But IWNRX are making that approach for Team Queso.
क्या टाइम पे ये बैक ऑफ
A
किया
little
था.
bit rough here. Getso Roy, I mean, trying to rotate into the late game here again, but they don't have...
I think NRX is gonna get this match, bro. They're gonna do it in this match. ले एक HP मार दिया. 5 solo finishes. Z-Wolf
takes it clean off. That's Getso Roy down.
NRX Falcons
I
FAZE.
honestly don't think
इन
anyone
दोनों में
expected
कौन
both
निकालने
teams
वाला है
to be
चिकन इस मैच
so
में?
closely,
जो भी निकालेगा वो
in
जाएगा
contest
सीधा
of the
top
leaderboards, but
3 के
FaZe is here
आसपास.
to play now. Team Queso though, nice
Top
shots
3 में भी जा सकता है
over
बे,
towards Enigma
अगर
Galaxy,
NRX या
especially for Team
Falcons
Queso
निकालेगी तो.
now on the chase above Vengeance, who are on 100
NRX
points.
तो मार
Team
रही है इस
Queso
मैच
currently
में.
on
Frozen को होना
99.
चाहिए वो हो जाएगा.
Remember, of
Cold
course,
Goat.
those placement points are going to start to rack up for Team Queso, which means, I mean, it's so
But this
unfortunate
circle is
'cause they're
not
kind
that
of
easy to
the
defend,
saddle
yaar.
of this ridge line as well.
It is not that easy to defend.
FaZe
FaZe
and
push कर दिया.
IWNRX,
FaZe
the
versus
two teams
Falcons.
around them on the tables as well.
Mila knock.
It is so devastating either side on the tables, either side
Nice one.
on the ridge line, and Falcons need to hold off this
FaZe
push.
2 man है.
Try
नहीं,
and
last
go on
man
in,
है
but it's
FaZe का.
being cut down
Vintro
here.
is the last man
It's being
standing.
flushed away, but they still have 3, and only Venturas now sits on their flank. This is a big
East
pickup
का
on the
casualty
position
हुआ.
for the Falcons. FaZe
6
may have
finishes.
just been able to lose out.
अबे IC भी knock. IC का डब्बा.
FaZe down to one player in quite fast
NRX
fashion.
is gonna get this match, bro.
So for
मैंने
FaZe,
बोला
they
ही
were
था
looking
पहले.
to put about back-to-back that Hot Jukes was talking about earlier.
action
Feels
big
like
है.
it
Top
might be
is the
off
last
the
man
cards. Good
standing.
shots from Vintoris.
FaZe
Still finds
बाहर.
another from Falcons, but Top is quick to readdress that
कर दी kill
scenario.
चोरी. देख Z-Wolf
But
तो
not
kill
likely
चोरी
anyone
machine
else
है
from the
भाई.
team. It's Slither on
So
through
fragging
inside
power
this valley.
next level है.
Team Queso,
Nice
Melodious, can't quite go back to pick up his teammate Colgo, but does find some great
कितने
shots
kill हो गया
over
NRX
towards
का?
Furia, who are trying to enter
10 हो
from
गया
this
लगता है.
eastern side. But the Fury is more over towards the side of Team Queso as they start to light the fire underneath this lobby.
Team Queso.
Falcon center हो गया हर जगह से मार खाया.
Furia, who's moving out in the open.
Nice one. Furia
sitting
बाहर.
down, trying to go for these
Team
spray
Queso,
challenges,
8
but it
finishes.
is just a last-ditch attempt.
Readdresses the approach on the buggy and maybe just trying to bait something out. Good shots. to
सबसे
start
पहले
off
top
things
बाहर
with
हुआ.
Melodious.
Of course मैंने
Almost
बोला
goes
यार
down,
वो
but this
नहीं
might be
होगा.
the
मुझे
trigger pulled
पता
now
ही
for
है.
IWNRX as they hear that break
इतना अच्छा
out, the
किस्मत
damage
कहाँ
has
से
been
लिखा हुआ
done.
है Falcons के नाम पे.
They don't push the issue.
I mean, Team Queso are
Proper
on the back foot,
4v4
like
fight
close
end
to
zone.
the center, and
NRX
know
versus
they
Team
have
Queso.
these angles
NRX
under
comeback
control.
मारने
They've got a
वाली
lot
है
of
इस मैच
smokes to
से.
play with. They're
9 plus
redistributing
4,
all of their
13
ammunition.
finishes.
They're playing this one on the
Winner
smart
chicken
end,
है ना,
not the
23
aggressive
points add
style.
कर लो.
The players in Team Queso to rotate into them. They have good control a little bit further over
एकदम,
into the middle
that
side
end
of
line
this
hit
lobby,
me.
but it is a full
That end line hit
4v4.
me.
But with
No more
Z-Wolf
वाला.
picking up the first
ने
elimination
entry
of
निकाल दी.
Velosa, that's their big off angle. And IWNRX
Queso
look
is
like
kind
they're
of
taking
cornered.
this one home already, John.
Melodious goes down and Nade to
खत्म
follow
है
it up
Queso.
from Kane. No
दो बंदे गए.
damage to be seen in response.
Cold
Two players
Goat
at the
and
back line, and they're already
Papi.
eating damage from the shrapnel.
Papi
Frozen
बचा.
launching that Molotov forward. Z-Wolf as well, cooking one up. Making
खत्म
these
आ रहा है,
rotates
आ रहा है,
so
गाड़ी आ रहा है,
hard
गाड़ी
on
आ
the
रहा है
back
मारने.
foot. And Cold
उतार
Goat
दिए एक को.
trying
दो
to
को
make
उतार
the spray
दिए.
down on a bold push out on the buggy. The two of them almost go down as just Colego now left standing. The
लग
last
गए, Cold
player
Goat.
in the mix for Team Queso.
Cold Goat,
And Frozen
Colgate हो
rolls
गया.
forwards, but it's the buggy
NRX
to
is
connect
back.
first.
23
And
pointer.
that is how you shut down
हर
again.
कोई comeback
A
कर रहा है भाई.
13-point
हर कोई
chicken
comeback
dinner
कर रहा है.
in the closing moments for IWNRX.
हर कोई comeback
We're
कर रहा
going
है.
right down to the wire again.
Top
Down
esports
towards that
talent of
southeast
India
side,
वैसा बोल के
though.
बना सकते हैं.
Falcons and Tong
अच्छा
Jiabao.
idea वो.
Now, how is this going to work out? Because they do have ASI8 in the wings too. This could be a dreadful fight for our 4th and 1st place team.
Nella looks to hold the cross, doesn't quite get the full knock, but a little bit of damage tickles through. Unfortunately, there's that opener that
कितना
Alter Ego
smooth
were
fights हो
looking
रहा है, तुम लोग
for, and
notice
Nella
कर रहे हो?
has to
कितना
retreat up the stairs
smooth
before
transition
as well,
fights है.
holding that stairwell. Alter Ego not going to fully blast straight on through this engagement, but Mormon getting res means that FaZe can
Nice
stay up
rep.
as 4. Falcons are starting to move up from the
अबे
south
knock
side
की
as
zone
well
से गया?
onto this engagement, and Alter Ego with 3 on the outside here may be in trouble for it. It's going to linearize their approach and make it all
दोनों
the
के लिए
tougher
बहुत
to move
important
through
fight
those
है.
breach points with Falcons on the oversight.
Falcons आ गए थर्ड पार्टी करने.
Falcons be able to look over towards this one. Could
आ गया भाई
Icy's already
Falcons
on the way
के लिए
up. You see them off in the distance there.
third party बन सकता है ये.
Through Alter Ego, they need this fight, but with Hanzu already down.
Aldrio का 2 बंदे knock. Last man standing at Danch.
Like flies as the shots nail them from the side coming through from the Falcons.
Knock नहीं हुआ finish.
Looking for the res now, but down go FaZe. Onzen maybe. No, he's getting picked up there on the off angle. Onzen's cannot quite get to Mela just yet, making sure that that smoke cover is there, and maybe Alter Ego can get back into this one now. They are in their own little room here, and the reses can come through. Boysil back to his feet, and Alter Ego could stabilize. Falcons waging on into the
rev हो गए बे Alter Ego के सारे बंदे.
Western edge.
We praised Onzen earlier, but did he have to really nade Mela
to
make sure he gets the most eliminations in this game? That might have just killed their chances here because they had the upper hand, but it allowed them time to get
last
back
man standing Alter Ego का.
And now Alter Ego making this real difficult, and Falcons
मार दिए Alter Ego बाहर. FaZe
later on.
Wintros 1v3 किया.
As well as Mom and down.
Top ने SSS को knock किया.
Impossible to get the backup in this fight.
SSS finish by
These two players just have to send out.
3-2 man है.
Dude, what a throw. What a throw there from Onzen's, honestly.
Quite literally. The nade. Just
yeah.
A really poor throw for them. TJB, they've lost 2 of their players. They're trying to move past Na'Vi again. They're trying to make their break towards the top. Falcons as well.
भाई ईस्ट को मैंने ज्यादा तारीफ कर दी क्या मैंने?
This is a big test.
जब से मैं तारीफ करो तब से नॉक फिनिश ही हो रहा है सिर्फ.
For top spots, TJB looking to defend their first place. Going down here for TJB would give them
documentary OG अच्छा बनाएंगे. अरे OG बहुत प्यारा बनाते हैं. वो बेस्ट प्रोडक्शन है OG.
Survival stage, but for now,
मेरे को OG का वो chokers वाला मेरे को अच्छा लगा.
676 trying to move over the ridgeline. Find Falcons rotating, but they hop out. They're ready for the hold and ready for the fight. TJB having to drop longs back into the blue zone, but they push forward.
क्या कुचल दिया भाई. TJB is about to get wiped.
Crash in with the buggy to save the day against
TJB बाहर.
Trying to take down
ओए
the
नेड
top
किसका?
team, it will be successful. Falcons go in for
Na'Vi आ गया. नींबू.
But Na'Vi sweep out. FaZe are behind them as well.
नींबू आ गया भाई. भागो. Action last man standing है Falcons का.
The last to go for the Falcons.
I mean, I respect this from Na'Vi massively. I mean, they made a big breakout inside the lobby. This is all the way from that central side, and
155
the fighting is somewhat surprising. I think that is a symptom of the
they'll gain more experience through survival stage
by this mound, essentially this big hilltop.
IWNRX need to be landing these. That's 2 now wasted nades that could have found an opener, but Zol is into the fight as well on the ground floor. Looking for Z-Wolf.
Z-Wolf, please don't get finished.
And seemingly,
आ गया, back up आ गया, ओए.
IWNRX now finally getting all 4 of their players in. One is cut out on the back.
Vengeance वाले knock किए Frozen
go down across the way, but Swain is in the building. They could look for these reses. IHC just not.
तो क्या मोली आई बे?
Just hilarious.
क्या मोली आई?
Z-Wolf was able to get over towards this
दो बंदे knock.
and it has caused so much pandemonium for IHC that IWNRX basically were able to just walk up. Crazy Molotovs coming through from Zol though. Only Swain left remaining here. Can heal back up.
NRX is in big trouble, guys.
To at least one. There is another nade sent back down the stairs, and though IHC
last man standing
NRX
NRX
from the get-go, considering Z-Wolf just said, "What's up? Hey, hello."
Z-Wolf, last man standing.
Still is.
ये एक को डब्बा डालेगा
really
पक्का.
confused him in that moment, but he is waiting, biding his time. They should have seen him now.
Nice
right
try,
up onto
nice
the counter.
try, nice try.
But
क्या चल
before,
रहा है
it's
बे?
not possible. It's a shooting gallery.
159 NRX बाहर.
I mean,
players are dancing right now क्योंकि उनका 2 player पहले ही casualty हो गए थे. I8 is just dancing inside, celebrating.
At the moment, their position
they still have a chance. They still have a chance.
It looks very safe for now. It's Team Queso right
Vengeance.
on the money right now. Ghetto Roy as well. Vengeance moved their way in. Team Queso
last man standing Vengeance का.
Right now it's going very well for them with only Yamak left remaining.
नींबू आ गया.
Extremely low, but Na'Vi moves up.
Okay, they still want more out of this lobby, trying to keep cutting away at it. 7 eliminations found. They're up to the ridge line and controlling from the east side. A nice
Team Queso को भी मारेंगे, Vengeance को भी मारेंगे देखना.
But maybe if they spot a weakness in Team Queso, they could try and close it down. However, they know that this is a team that's just going to have to leave these buildings. Leave 6 there. He can cut them out on that approach to the wall as they try and make their way further north. They are aware of 6's position, however, and that might make it tough. Na'Vi split 2 and 2.
And they have to go for some bold here if they want to try and control on towards this fight.
इतना छोटा हो गया मैं तो realize ही नहीं किया.
Making a move for themselves.
हर जगह बूमबा.
As well on that western edge, and they've lost one, but still trying to hold on. against Incilio, against IHC. Tianba, in the meantime, Virtus Pro, they've been on the northern side of this road
Shan is about to get knocked
together, and now finally they will bring their feud to conclusion. The question is, which way is it going to go?
हाथ में चाहिए ग्रेनेड क्या नेड किया भाई काओ 77 के
a nice bouncer,
beautiful nade.
One in the back door as well as Icy steps in.
Nice knock, QZ.
Down. They're hopping on through. A step out and a break wide comes through from Tianba to get a little bit of an answer back, and it's 2v2. Healing not coming through for either team just yet, but Bond wants to make sure he's healthy for this fight.
नींबू मार रहा है उधर.
You've got ASI8 and Getso Roy both looking at
Tianba का आखिरी बंदा है QZ. 1v2 situation.
Wasn't there, and Malloy nails the nade. Just one player left standing.
Wow, 8 HP है QZ.
Towards the back, looks for the flush onto Shan. Will find it nearly the full wipe on towards Tianba as well.
Beautiful Molotov.
Up into the fight, the Molotov to slow them down.
He can heal now. He can heal.
Gets the flush, steps up onto the bed, and will not get burnt away just yet. Malloy with the cook. They know he's close, but the blue zone's closer. A bouncer on the nade, and Q's just away from that angle. Pushed back off there. Will play behind the furniture now. Needs to get some healing, but so to Virtus Pro. They want to find
intense,
it.
एकदम intense.
Drops the smoke, thin cover in this situation, but the QZ
hard scope करके बैठा है.
needs to have an unbelievable pop-off scenario here versus Virtus Pro, and Virtus Pro desperate for more points on this game.
Beautiful knock. दूसरा भी लो.
Opening up a last final chance here, moment for them, but QZ is wrecking them right now. Moves forward, knows Icy's low. It's just one bit of damage required.
Beautiful बे, मजा आ गया. एकदम class, एकदम class वाला clutch था भाई, एकदम class वाला clutch.
Looking to try and cross the road with one. I don't think they're going to be able to get too
मजा आ
much
गया
further.
QZ.
Time blank. Look in third place. Navi.
I thoroughly enjoyed
all four
this
of their
clutch.
players alive, and they are looking to make a bid not just for third place, but for the top spots
Zone
themselves.
से मरेगा ये.
This is what we're talking about. They've not
Wow.
had the circles just
What a
yet,
fight,
but
bro.
this
What a
one
fight.
was certainly one they could play off the back of. Incredible 2-2 split that they've
Iron
played.
is also out.
Single-handedly between
Obe,
6 and
IHC
11,
10
they've taken out
finishes.
the entirety of Team Queso on that south side, whilst handling Getso Roy at the same time.
Look who's making a comeback.
Competitors still inside this
Look
lobby
who's making
on
a
that north
comeback.
side with 2. Navi wants
Just
to
so you
shut
guys
them
know,
down
action is
in
still
fourth
surviving.
place, giving them the least amount of placement
Action is
points
still
coming into
surviving.
this one, but Flip is
Placement
wary.
points मिल गया Falcons को.
SA8 may be able to jump up as well.
I8 also still surviving.
Only time will tell. Falcons there.
भाई
as
QZ
well
के लिए एक बार.
Action speed surviving for such a long time. Remember the engagement
OP
with
कर दो
Navi
यार.
and ASA
क्या खेला
spotted.
उसने.
1-for-1 trade though as IQ
11
mounts towards
finishes.
the blue zone. Leaves Navi now on 3 active. Reduce
नींबू
one
के
side
5
down to the
finishes
red,
है.
and that might give IHC an open.
क्या बात है, 12 finishes भाई. Navi is
their main competitors on the tables, and Navi
currently
looks to push
I8
even
and,
further. 12 elims
NGX
found, as I think one of those got
sweating.
picked away by IHC. Can IHC
not NGX, NRX.
to navigate this
Zeol
bridge
knock.
side now, but the spray downs
No.
there
Dabba.
on Zeol for 6 give them exactly what they're looking for.
Action is
It's
still surviving.
too aggressive coming through from Zeol. I mean, you have to be certain that that fight went terribly for Navi. But you know they have the high ground. You know they were taking shots downwards. You just took shots and saw elimination away. The fact that he goes for an aggressive push like that, you gotta be
Action के ऊपर
expecting that
nades आना
Navi's
चालू हो
already
गए.
posted up and ready
Reaction.
to go. Action is going to go for a little bit more healing.
Now
but
it's
that
a
nade
proper
will do the
3v4
job,
fight.
and IHC again with another high
Nimbu
placing
versus
for them,
Godless,
though,
demo
which is
knock.
important for their
Rogue
chance
गया.
in these this
Godless
tournament
last
group
man
three,
standing.
but on real shots
14.
coming through from 6.
And Navi make their bid into
Another
the top
16
3. TJB sweating
eliminations.
right now, as
Winner,
they've
winner,
only
chicken
got
dinner
this
match.
stab between Navi and a big chicken dinner may be able to get all the points they need. 2 more yet to be racked up here as Godless moves on into the smoke. 15 eliminations. Let's put a 16th up there.
दे दिया भाई, 26 pointer by Navi.
Here in Group Red.
What a comeback, bro. What a
closeout
comeback.
elation for Navi. They've just
26
been able to
points
breathe
मतलब
a sigh
कितने हो
of
गए
relief
अभी?
for the first
Navi
time in a
Navi
while.
hashtag 2 क्या?
Massive.
I think
game,
Navi hashtag 2
26
एक सेकंड रुक
points
जा
there.
देखने दो.
And now overalls and Navi
Oh,
will surpass TJB by 2 points.
And the overall standings are here.
26 and TJB got 1.
Navi 180 easy touch कर लेगा.
That's the first Jason.
TJB
Like,
भी
that's
easy
the
180
team
touch कर
before
लेगा.
leaderboards graphic.
इस मैच में. So the competition is between
My powers are
NGX,
defined.
I8,
But,
NRX
okay,
and
so
Falcons.
Navi, I mean, a game like that is definitely going to jump you up the leaderboards quite significantly. Going up to first place, overtaking
Wow.
TJB after an insane day they had.
अगर
yesterday, getting
इस
6
फाइनल
wins
मैच
and a
में
podium
टॉप 3 में
finish.
कोई भी टीम अगर जल्दी एलिमिनेट हो गया
Madness
तो
here,
उनका
and,
हार्ट बीट
going
तो
into
ज्यादा
this
ही
game,
रहेगा मैच
this
खत्म होने
point
तक.
sponge is going to be a real issue for the bottom squads. Like all the points
So
going
yeah,
towards your top team.
मैंने कल ही
Navi in
बोला
particular,
End match तक अरे IHC hashtag 12 आ गया.
Great, it is very competitive.
They are just 3 points behind.
12? There's no way they qualify in the last 2 games. No way.
I hope
I'm not sure how to
not
react.
Work at a funeral home because he
But
won't
yeah,
know if those bodies are dead or alive.
Defending champions तो भाई इतना early
Man,
elimination
3 points
अच्छा नहीं
away,
लगेगा.
bro. Hot juice.
I think qualify करेंगे.
Very
वो
possible
अबे
for
गेट्सोरॉय
IHC
कहाँ
to
से
come
कहाँ आ
up
गया
on
भाई?
the
आज पूरा
leaderboard
एकदम चोक दिन था
and make it
गेट्सोरॉय
to
के
the
लिए.
survival stage.
Godless पकड़ा गया.
We have Godless on a lock-in. All 4 of their players surround with a DBS at his side. That's all he's got that stands between him and elimination here. And the first blow to be struck against IHC. But in comes the
Godless
backup.
एक
A drop down.
knock
And
किया.
Flower goes down first. That Triple S can't quite handle it. The rest of the team are
Godless
coming on
knock.
in as well. And quick succession, but Godless
IHC
does
आएगा
go
fight
down.
लेने,
So it's
100% आ गया.
IHC committing to this.
IHC
Their
is a
last
fucking
chance to make the tables.
maniac
And
team,
against
yeah.
the tabletoppers themselves who got dethroned in the last match.
Cholo,
Can they take
kill.
them all the way down here?
Kya nail
Going down
khaya.
early for TJB would be disaster, but another of IHC fall. A massive fight for the impact on the overall standings here. Blank and TJB need to
Rogue ने
hold
इसको
on,
knock
but he
किया.
goes down to Rogue. IHC extracting
Dabba.
value, point after point from TJB's side, and it is disaster as they lose 1. As both teams going down to 3. Demo needs the res. He's
Rogue's
across the
your
road,
last
and
man
Rogue
standing.
is in with the nade.
Beautiful
Looks for the
knock,
over towards
Rogue.
676 and he
Entry
finds
अच्छी है,
it.
लेकिन
TJB
बैटिंग का तरीका
now
अभी बड़ा
again on
कैस
the
हुआ है.
ropes as the crash comes back in from Ziol. Rogue and
I
Ziol
think
are going
IHC
to take
wipe
on the
करने वाला है,
2
bro,
from
TJB को.
TJB themselves. It is
Ref दे रहा है
so
Ziol.
down to the wire.
अभी थोड़ा
And in the
composure
first
maintain
fight,
करेगा Rogue.
everything could be decided.
अबे कोलगेट दूर से
IHC making
स्नाइपर
their
मार रहा है.
breakout versus the second place team.
Team Queso.
The team with the most
Demo
chicken
knock.
dinners. Team Queso on
Nice.
the side as well.
Nice
taking
trade, man. Nice
shots.
trade, nice
Oh
trade,
my
nice trade, nice
days.
trade.
Rogue is down. 1 player left alive.
Instant
It is IHC in a 1v1. Rogue gets flushed out, and IHC's dreams
Wow.
might just be shattered in these
अगर
moments.
कोलगेट वो
They
स्नाइपर
go
नहीं
for the
मारता ना,
res, but
अभी तक
so
push कर
does
देते
the
ये
enemy
लोग.
team. A long-range nade though heads across, doesn't quite
Push
do the
करने वाले
damage,
लोग.
and
Yeah,
TJB
2v2.
is still alive here. But IHC
No.
right on the brink. Gets so Roy down the player.
Okay, ये push
Every point
इसलिए नहीं
matters
कि
though,
भाई
Black.
they don't want to
Both
risk
teams
it.
come away losing
They
2,
don't want to risk
but
it.
gaining 2 points. That is huge.
दो
TJB
दो
are
kill
back
मिल
in
गए.
first for now.
104 हो गया.
And need to make a
They
bid
just need
back
few more
for it.
points to qualify.
If TJB
थोड़ा
fall
safe
here,
खेलने का
if
approach
they
लिया
get
Ziol.
cut out now,
Very wise,
it is
very
a
wise.
big opportunity
All
for
eyes on
multiple
IHC
teams
and
to
I8.
get past them here.
Furia,
Nimbu को डब्बा डाल
one
दी
player
फालतू का.
left remaining.
going
Na'Vi
for the
somewhat
very smart.
isolated on this engagement between the two of them, but they
Ziol
need to
zone
be
से
quick
गया.
as the Reds start to
Shabash.
pile on in.
Oh no, IHC down. IHC are out. Blank.
INS गया बे
That's
बाहर.
it. They haven't been able to make it.
INS
That,
बोल रहा हूँ.
that
IHC
denied
गया
point
बाहर.
doesn't put them in the tiebreaker
IHC
with
is out
Genso
of
Roy. Denies them any other opportunity.
PMGC
and TJB with the
2024.
res denied the
भाई super chat
access for
इसने
the
जो
reigning
लिखा है ना भाई.
champions. It's anybody's game now. The throne is empty. It is still all to play for. 6 nade in, spray down through the window, but
Ooh.
Silence stays alive.
Massive damage. This might be time to toss a quick nade up the stairs here. Great shot from the sidelines, though. There's the nade in towards the top. Still doesn't find too much of it.
और
But
ये
it is now
क्या
a
कर दिया ये?
2v3. Flip is holding his
no.
own on the outside, but nice shots from the S12K will blast back Flip.
Pushes him
Nice
back
one.
to that roadside now, but Arthurset goes down next, and it's
Last
still
man
pair
standing
fires
Furia
maneuver here for Na'Vi, making sure that
मार
they can
दिए.
pick up these points, chasing
4
down
point मिल गया
TJB,
ना,
and
Na'Vi
they
को.
get the wipe against Furia,
enough,
the second
enough,
team
enough.
to be confirmed out of Group Red and out of PMGC.
180.
TJB now in second place once
TJB's at 177.
Furia bites down the lemon at the start of that fight, but leaves a bitter
Injects
taste in their
casualty
mouth as they will exit from Group Red. Na'Vi just about holding on to their first
TJB का
place
आखिरी बंदा बचा
currently,
है.
like you say, with Tongji about down into second. Nigma Galaxy not out yet with 3 players, and it looks like Tongji about has been found on the outskirts.
Virtus Pro in a fight against Tianba. Tianba in the middle of the
Tianba.
tables, looking safer than Virtus Pro.
Another
But
rod.
right now, Virtus Pro seem to be a little bit in the lead on this fight. The backup from Tianba is slow. It's sluggish. Shan now finally
एक time
in
पे
with
माँ
those
कसम
nades under
Tianba
the
है
crack.
सामने.
It's so
उस
dangerous for
moment से अब
Virtus Pro
क्या
to
हो गया
lead.
भाई?
That next
देखो,
nade could
लड्डू
seal the
खा रहे
deal.
भाई,
But a
लड्डू.
big one up on
Ooh,
high.
तुक्का grenade से
Launched
गया Shan.
straight back into his face
It's a
there.
self-nade.
And Virtus Pro trying to stay on in with it. The nade dropped at
Fuse
his feet,
is the
and there's
only
the
man
light
who
up
did
from the
not-
off
who did-
angle.
who did
2
not
players down
disappoint
from
me.
Virtus Pro,
From
and it's only
Tianba.
IC and Koa cowering under Pride Rock. The shelter from the top rope, and it's the Falcons above them, perched on high, who could change
अरे भाई,
everything.
Falcons.
One Mongolian
Falcons
team
दो kill
goes
लिए क्या?
down and another steps up
चलो,
here
Vortex से
for
push करो.
Falcons. They start to cross open ground versus Tiamba. 2 eliminations found, but a long journey ahead of them to try and get up into a top 3 scenario. The nades going long here, not quite finding Virtus Pro. In the meantime, it's Vengeance up against Nigma Galaxy, doing damage going both ways at the moment on that northwest side.
Such an important time for Nigma Galaxy as well. Falcons are making their big strike towards the top, but Nigma Galaxy looking to try and hold on to those spots. They are in 3rd place right now, Blank. Going down here would be disastrous. IWNRX and ASI8 are clashing on the south. There is so much popping off here that means so much
NRX
to so
versus
many.
IQ.
And IQ. First blood drawn towards him in that engagement. Falcons finally take down Virtus Pro. A 4th team to go down.
Falcons 4 finishes, 4 man
change our survival.
They need just 11 more finishes and dinner,
tables that draws the focus now.
Chalega.
ASI8 into 4th place and challenge for a top 3. Second he goes in, will take down Falak, and that is the drums of war in the ears of IWNRX. What a shot from Noki, threads the needle.
And nearly gets a second. Kane has to retreat here off the angle of the wall. It's his to control, but Noki with the hop shot gets taken down. The off angle now as IWNRX making a bid for the top 3. It's traded off, but ASI8 falls short just at the final hurdle. They are scratched away time and time again, and the blood beneath their feet
ASI8 has not qualified for the grand finals.
Of IWNRX as they try and make their push towards it, but Nigma Galaxy are still holding on. TJB are in the distance.
As I cut out, unfortunately, will not make that top 3 of push for themselves. Alter Ego, 3 players alive. Last chance saloon for them. Getso Roy holding on weakly to that 11th place position. Down towards the south, they control a lot of the compound there, and that might just be the position that keeps them safe going forward. Insane shots coming through from IWNRX over towards Incilio. There is a little bit of a clapback, and it's over towards Swain there, but 6 eliminations found already. 1 longs in the fight of a lifetime right now. Hidden inside the bushes. I'm having flashbacks to look-see.
Oh, nice strike. TJB bahar.
Down, and it is
177 points at TJB ke paas.
TJB, they draw their match to a close.
Alter Ego versus NRX.
Here. They're in the top 3, but for how much longer? Alter Ego clashing with IWNRX, who are looking to sweep on through on the south side, and it's a good opener for IWNRX, but there is casualties both ways. Swain down by the vehicle. Boyce looks for the spray, as so does Alva.
Entry अच्छी है, लेकिन बैठने का तरीका अभी बड़ा casual.
Looking to take Alter Ego out of the tournament here, as the reses need to come through. Swain and Zed Wolf down.
आखिरी बंदा बचा है Kane.
IWNRX still hold on, and Kane is the last to go. But can Getso Roy fall into line? Can he take IWNRX out of this one? 9 eliminations, and IWNRX are down to 2.
Nothing really left to play for both them and Getso Roy. They'll be in their own
tribal channel. Thank you for the 20,
this fight here. Team Queso does fall, but will make their way into the survival stages.
He's on the safer side.
It took a while. Claim a northern spot on this circle, but with the Falcons, honestly, they can just control the majority of the central of this circle here.
4v, 2v, 3v,
on the outside need to push on through versus FaZe, who have had themselves a nice day today, but with Mela going down first, bit of a star player for the squad, and getting rid of him will definitely dim the prospects of FaZe going forward.
Falcons.
Only 2 eliminations for them.
FaZe really crunched in on this one with Getso Roy stopping their route out, but Mormon tags a nade onto Redox just before he repositions. That slows Nigma Galaxy down. That allows Getso Roy to actually move on in, and FaZe
Falcons will push. Last man standing.
Victorious goes down though to Stoics on a step up spray down. Redox
injuries के 2 बंदे knock.
No.
Last man standing Rauf.
And Nigma Galaxy could fall down here, give
NGX last man standing Rauf.
But with 6 teams remaining, the placements add up, and they're quite a way ahead already.
FaZe push कर
रहा है. The question is, what can Nigma Galaxy do to stop this one? Because FaZe will bear down upon them.
NGX bahar.
The fury of the DBS and the back of
NGX bahar.
Take Nigma Galaxy out, and IWNRX
170 open. 170 plus placement points कितने मिलेंगे?
I think with the top 5
placement points कितने मिलेंगे?
might just be able to get in off the back of this one. For
Bro,
Falcons
के पास पूरा
need
मौका है.
roughly 17 more points, so a chicken dinner and 14 elims on the game. It's going to be rough. Be happy in their performance.
With IWNRX going down, I don't know if they've done enough to jump up over Nigma Galaxy with those placements, but we'll see if the Falcons can spread their wings and get towards the top, because top just goes down there to Porsche. Getso Roy on their breakout from Power Grid, looking for more as well to move past the rest of the Falcons. Their backline now is the only thing stopping them, but FaZe look to chime into this fight, look to try and seal themselves in the middle of the tables. They are in the survivals, but how high in that bracket can they go?
FaZe ke do bande
looking their way, and now it's just Mormon remaining. They get a little bit too big for their boots, and they get humbled, Blank.
2v2.
It's been a wild ride today in day 4, and it has taken them quite far, but finally, I think
need a dinner.
It will
Falcons
start
need
to
just a
push
dinner.
them off.
Kill bhi nahi chahiye ab. Dinner equal to qualify to grand
This
finals.
is the end for FaZe, but a survival stage from the brink of losing, of going
Death zone is about to begin in 3 seconds.
that bottom 5 and dropping out of the lobby. I mean, FaZe has done a wonderful job to stay
लोग आपस में
within
लड़ो यार,
the
आपस में
conversation.
लड़ो,
Mormon
मस्त
steps
लड़ो.
up once again,
ले लो,
finds
दबा
another
के
off
kill
the
ले लो.
back lines of Getso Roy. Na'Vi, Falcons, as well as FaZe, 2v2v2. What a way to end this one out.
Will the Falcons be able to do enough to push their way back into the top 3? I think with this game, we may have a second EMEA top table. Blank, that first place for Team Spirit over in Group Yellow, and Na'Vi defending the title over here in Group Red. They will pass the torch to Group Green and see what they can do.
Falcons, though, a lot rests on this
Please
game
don't
for them.
start your fight with
They know
Na'Vi.
they're
Please,
close,
Falcons.
but
Please.
to really confirm it, to feel
FaZe,
good in
please,
the final
Na'Vi push karo,
moments,
not
they
on
want that
Falcons.
chicken dinner. East
Yes,
and
nice,
Icy
nice,
still
nice.
up and alive.
Nice.
Sixth, the first to fall in this 3-way engagement between Falcons and FaZe. Quick step up, but you can see the pressure is certainly mounting now for the Falcons. Feeling constrained.
क्या बात है bro? Let's go.
Punches so low and Na'Vi are out. FaZe 2v2 against the Falcons. Look at
Proper
them move
2v2.
up from the low ground
The most
here.
important
Victoria's
2v2
up on the knoll. Will take the shots
of this
down
tournament for
towards the
Falcons.
suppression, but Mormon breaks forwards first. If they can isolate this fight quickly, they can handle him and move on to the next. But the spray downs are difficult to make work.
pan
Mormon's
cube!
behind the tree, the roll, the wrap around with the buggy, and the jump out wide. It's FaZe to take the chicken dinner, but have the Falcons been able to find enough, beating the chest? But what will the final table say? The top 3 are in flux here as FaZe Clan take down the Falcons.
It is so down to the wire here for FaZe, though.
हाथ में pan क्यों लिया था उसने? Ammo खत्म हो गया क्या?
2 chicken dinners on the day to see themselves nice and healthy towards the top side of the lobby. But for the Falcons, that must be sweat beading on their forehead right now. You can see them. They're not sure whether they've made it or not.
Oh, it is
so close. That's right.
Well played, Baze.
It's just unbelievably down to
Well
the wire.
played, Baze.
Are we going to see the Falcons force
Monster है
Phoenix
भाई.
is rising
क्या मारा,
up,
क्या खेला
or
उसने?
will they be left in ashes and forced to go to the survival stage? They don't think they've done it. Let's see over on the desk who's going through.
सबसे disadvantageous position FaZe पे था.
I would
FaZe
want to be
ने
Maxman right now.
Na'Vi को भी मारा, Falcons को भी मारा.
You're just wondering, did
That's why they're at
Falcons do
#1,
enough
bro.
to qualify? I mean, let's run this back though.
He's #1 पे गया.
IHC.
Pretty damn early this game. They were in
And
contention
overall
for top 3,
standings
so,
are
did not
here.
happen for them.
Like I said, Falcons #5, NRX #4, and congrats to NGX, TJB, and Na'Vi for qualifying for the grand finals.
2 points, right?
Thanks for the show. What a show, भाई.
Oh,
क्या ही ग्रुप था ये. ऐसा लग रहा था कि मुझे मैं फाइनल्स देख रहा
have
हूँ.
we said it, Max?
एकदम फाइनल्स वाला फील लिया ये
1
ग्रुप तो.
point could be the difference
Crazy
between
group था.
making it and not. And I
Hard luck,
NRX just come up
#6.
short.
But I gotta say,
Competition
really,
देखो भाई,
congratulations
164,
already to
168,
Na'Vi,
171,
TJB, and England Galaxy.
177.
We will be seeing them over in London for the PMGC 2024 Grand Finals. I gotta say, with the way they've been playing Hot Juke,
Yeah, Team KSO are going to make it all the way there as well. To
The bottom 5
survival
teams
stage.
are IHC,
IHC just
Vengeance,
coming up too
Alter
short
Ego,
right there.
Furia,
But you
and
know what?
Virtus
I was
Pro.
looking at those leaderboards, Max.
Defending
I
champions,
think that if Furia would have won that game,
IHC.
it would have been enough.
yeah.
League stage में
Sorry,
बाहर.
not Furia. I'm sorry, Falcons. What am I saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, if
Falcons.
Falcons would have won that game, it would have
ये
been
बहुत
enough.
rarely देखने
Yeah,
को
it would
मिलता
have been
है.
actually, but looking at Furia, they also got
देख
involved
लो.
in that fight versus Na'Vi very early on.
अभी
There was
तक
so much
history
back and
of
forth. You can feel the pressure on Na'Vi to make sure
PMGC
they
या
secure this
global
by top 3.
tournaments
and Furia
में
to
पहली
hopefully
बार हुआ
lead
ऐसा.
the bottom 5 ranking
Defending
on this
champions,
leaderboard.
league stage में
Unfortunately
बाहर.
for Furia, that was not going to be enough. It was not going to cut it, and they did go out early.
That's a new
versus
record
Na'Vi.
from
But
IHC.
Man Team Kesso and
MVP
just,
of the day.
tackle the
Z
survival
Wolf
stage in the
again.
best way possible.
Is this MVP
And
of the day or
MVP,
MVP of
of
the
course, it's got to
group?
be
No.
C1, right, Jason?
MVP of the day?
I mean, the man in the tower, right?
4 दिन में
Completely
3 दिन
carrying
बना
his
भाई ये
team
बंदा
in that final
MVP.
Erangel that we did see.
What a fragger,
he's an
what a player.
MVP when it's come to EMEA so many times, and very deserving when it comes to this group.
So
as
इस
well.
बार
Just
contenders
crazy
list
that
में
he made
we
the
have
MVP,
Nomi,
and yet his team
we
didn't
have
make it
Revo,
in top 3. I think that's a
we
real
have
testament to
Hua,
how well he's
and we
played
have
over the
Z
course
Wolf.
of these 4 days.
एंड TRX टीम में से ह्यूनबिन,
players in Turkey maybe you would say would
ये सारे
be
प्लेयर्स हैं
instead of
MVP
Hamsiki,
कंटेंडर्स.
Kelsey, even Silas back in the day. It's undeniable.
एंड विद दैट ग्रुप रेड के मैचेस हैव कम टू एन एंड. बहुत खतरनाक मैचेस थे. इट वाज लाइक अ रोलर कोस्टर राइड. आई फेल्ट लाइक आई वाज वाचिंग ग्रैंड फाइनल्स ऑफ PMGC टू बी ऑनेस्ट. उस लेवल का कंपटीशन दिखा मुझे इस ग्रुप के अंदर. कांग्रेट्स टू द टॉप 3 टीम्स फॉर क्वालिफाइंग फॉर द ग्रैंड फाइनल्स. एंड बाकी टीम्स अभी दिखेंगे सर्वाइवल स्टेज में, तो तब देख के एंजॉय करेंगे इनका गेम प्ले. बाकी नेक्स्ट ग्रुप ग्रीन का मैचेस होने वाला है, जिसमें योर फेवरेट डॉग 4MV D+ किया और ये बहुत सारे टीम्स है. मैंने उतना नोटिस नहीं किया उस ग्रुप को, बट वो भी तगड़ा ग्रुप है. तो उस ग्रुप का वॉच पार्टी में मिलते हैं. अंटिल देन बाय बाय, टेक केयर, लव यू ऑल. एंड अभी तक स्ट्रीम देख रहे तो यू गाइस नो व्हाट टू डू.